Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the next weekly Ramble video. If you don't know what this series is, you really should by now. But basically, it's just where I get to sit down and talk about things that are going on in the world of Magic and things going on with the channel. And to be honest, it's turning into more of like, hey, this is my personal life kind of stuff. But I've been talking a lot about moves and stuff lately, which finally that's settling down. But I do want to mention really quick before we get into this, this episode, we don't really have anything new going on with Magic as a whole. Obviously, Battle Bond's coming out, but we've already kind of talked about that. We also have a two-part sort of sister podcast videos going up. The first one's already up. You can go watch that right now. It went up yesterday. But the next one, we're talking about Battle Bond on a higher level, how it's affecting other formats and things like that. So if you're interested, I would definitely say just go ahead and check out the podcast video. I don't want to reiterate too much what's been said in there, but I definitely suggest it. It's cool stuff. So not going to really be talking about anything new with Magic. So a lot of this is going to be about the channel itself. Before that, though, I do have to say I will be in Germany over the course of the next week for work. I am a web developer slash AV IT guy, and so we have a conference over there, so I'm going to be there next week, which means we might be a little lower on videos. We've already kind of been low on the Tuesday deck techs, which I do apologize for. Originally, we missed one solely because we did the versus, the modern decks versus each other, which was a much bigger endeavor than a deck tech. But the deck techs do still take up a decent amount of time because the audio, the scripting, the recording of that, and then going into the post editing, which all of it is done in post because it's all just sort of overlay stuff. It just takes a little bit of time, and unfortunately with the move going on and now with Germany coming up, I haven't had the time to put them together. I do apologize. I've got one in the works right now, though, for Legacy, which we will be recording probably. It probably won't be up this coming week, unfortunately, but we will have it up most likely the following week. So do stay tuned for that, and I do appreciate you guys being so patient with us on that. We try really hard to keep our video count up as much as possible, despite being a fairly small channel, but it does take its toll sometimes, and unfortunately when we're busy like this, it just doesn't work out too well. Will is also in the process of moving, which has taken a damper on some of the time that we would have liked to have had. So, again, I do apologize, but thank you guys so much for understanding in advance. You guys are the best. But we do have a couple things that are kind of filling out content for us. So the first thing right now, we've already talked a little bit about it. Parks is now streaming for us again. If you guys don't remember Parks, he was with us from pretty close to the beginning. Will and I really started this and then brought Parks and another friend of ours, Alex, on at one point to stream for us. And Alex just, it didn't fit with his schedule, unfortunately. So he had to kind of drop out a little bit, which we hate, actually. He's a really good guy, so maybe we can bring him back in at some point. But Parks is back. He has been streaming already. I believe at this point the Atraxa Commander deck that he streamed a few games of is already up on the channel. All of the gameplay is up on the YouTube channel, so you can actually watch that anytime you'd like. He also has a Uncommon Cube draft video that we're going to try and get out as soon as possible as well. So stay tuned for that. He's a really good Magic player. His personality is awesome. He's a funny dude, and he knows what he's talking about when it comes to Magic. So definitely check that stuff out. We're probably going to try and release that on Saturdays, and then if we need filler for Tuesday, if we can't make a deck tech, we'll probably hold some of that content off until Tuesday. That way we can release it, and we have videos going up for you guys sporadically through the week is the goal. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure to check out his video already that's up. The Atraxa Commander deck is really sweet. If you don't play Commander, Atraxa is up there as one of the best, so I would definitely check it out. Couple other things, really just one other big thing. It might be a shorter video this time, I apologize, but we have a D&D campaign planned. I don't really like D&D that much, at least I haven't in the past, but Will is hellbent on getting me into D&D, and we've got a few friends just in our friend group that really love to play. And so what we thought we would do, and Will kind of pitched this idea, is play a D&D campaign where it's all based in a specific Magic world. And I can go ahead and spoil, I think, without giving away too much, because I really don't know the story. I'm playing in it. He's the DM. So the world, or the plane, is going to be Ravnica, which is my favorite. So there's another friend of ours, Zach, who has been on stream with us, I believe just once, maybe twice. And he's a really good friend of ours. He's going to jump in on it too. He plays a lot of D&D. He knows what he's doing. I have no clue what I'm doing. So if you have any tips, please leave them in the comment section because I will need them. I do not know which version we're playing or anything like that. So it's going to be an interesting time. But I am really, really excited actually because if there is a way to get me into D&D, I think it's relating it back to Magic. Magic is just kind of in general my favorite game. So to put the two together seems pretty fun. So I don't know the release date or anything like that, what we're going to do, but we do have some ideas. We do plan on streaming it. So if you want to come and hang out live, you'll be able to, or you can watch the recorded videos on YouTube, either way. But the plan is to stream it. We've been kind of working out production sides of things like camera positioning, overlays, things like that, how we're going to relate it back to Magic with some visual cues. And just some interesting stuff. So we're pretty excited about that. Again, it's a little bit down the road. I don't know exactly when the release date of that's going to be. Will is working on the campaign right now, so we should hopefully be able to handle that pretty soon. But again, he's in the middle of a move, and being in Germany next week means we can't meet up to really flesh out some of these details. So we will do our best to get that out to you as soon as we can. But that's really it. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a shorter episode. We're only at 7 minutes, not even. But I'm actually really excited. We've been holding steady with our content over the last few weeks, really month and a half. We've gotten a lot more content out. We've gotten a lot more viewership from you guys, which has been great. Trying to diversify content a little bit and do live gameplay, as well as these weekly rambles, along with the podcast and Crack-A-Packs. It's been really fun. It's a lot, but it's been really fun. Also, I do want to mention with the Crack-A-Packs, you guys seem to be really loving those lately, which is awesome. It's sort of one of those things where I was like, opening a pack on a video, like that's cool, but only really if it's a cool pack. But what we've started doing lately is kind of looking at it from a limited standpoint. So if this is your pack one and you're looking for your first pick, what would you actually take? So hopefully it gives you guys at least a little bit of like, hey, this is kind of useful content, not just like kind of interesting to watch. But along with that, the melding of that, we're opening packs all the way back to 4th edition, I believe is the oldest that we've had. And it's really fun to open those packs, man. You don't get to see that every day. So that's the goal. Hopefully you guys continue to watch and enjoy those. So far it's been going really, really well. We've seen a little bit of a bump in viewership lately. So we appreciate it. You guys have been really supportive lately, and it's awesome. The channel is growing. We're right around 350 subscribers, where a couple weeks ago we were at like 230. The giveaways that we do seem to really help. You guys seem to really enjoy those. And I was kind of worried about doing giveaways in the beginning, only because you hear horror stories about giveaways that, you give away free stuff and then people kind of just ditch on the channel afterwards because they just wanted the free stuff. And it doesn't seem like we've fallen victim to that, at least not too much. Obviously, there are people here and there, and that's okay. That happens. But overall, people seem to stick around and enjoy the content, and we could not ask for anything more than that. That's really what it's for. We do want to give product to you guys as much as possible, just so you can keep playing the game and enjoy it, really. Have a few packs, open up a sealed pool, or do something like that. But, yeah, that's where we're at. So, rambled a little bit longer just to kind of get the time stamp up a little bit, but all of it is true. So thank you guys. We really do appreciate it. With that, though, I'm going to get out of here. Again, no weekly ramble next week, no deck tech next week. I will try and release some of Parks' streams in those time slots. That way you guys still have content during the week. But next week, the week after that, we should be back on schedule, so don't worry. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in 2 weeks in the next weekly ramble.